Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Syauqi bin Muhammad Syafri and I am the first presenter. I will present about the introduction and the conclusion.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Puteri Syaza binti Rahim. I am the second presenter and today I'm going to present about the issue that faces by the banks during this pandemic.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul binti Muhammad Mubin. I am the third presenter and I am going to present on the solution.
Introduction. Do you know actually what is bank? Bank is a financial institution licensed to receive deposit and make loans. There are two categories of financial system, and the first one is bank institution. Bank institution are subcategorized into two. The first one is central bank. It is fully owned and controlled by the government. Central bank responsible to manage and regulate the country financial institution activity to maintain economic stability and prosperity. The other one is commercial bank. Commercial bank is owned by private sector. Commercial bank is a profit-making institution and they earn money by providing and earning interest from loans like business loan. Commercial bank is an important business because they create liquidity, capital, and credit in the market. Next, we have non-bank institution and it is divided into four types. Firstly, we have finance company. Finance company is an organization that provides loan to individual and business. The second one is Islamic bank. Islamic bank activity is adhering to Sharia. There are two fundamental principles in Islamic bank, which is sharing the profit or loss and prohibition of the collection and payment of interest by lender and investor. They make profit through equity participation where it requires the borrower to give to the bank share in their profit. Next is merchant bank. Merchant bank conduct underwriting, financial advising and fundraising service for large corporation. Their service is not for general public. Lastly, we have discount house. Discount house provide short-term loan in financial institution and supply loan to the public at higher rate of interest. On top of that, we also have non-bank financial intermediaries. There are two types, which is development financial institution that is set up by government to promote investment where their main purpose to provide loan and financial assistance to firm also farmer. Another one is employee provident fund that designated for benefit of employer.
The government has agreed to implement the Movement Control Order (MCO) on March 2020 due to break COVID-19 outbreak. Most businesses are not able to operate during the MCO that impacted their earnings. Subsequently, the employee also will be impacted too due to these situations. It leads to a higher unemployment rates in our country. Based on the statistic that given by the each market, Malaysia's unemployment rate inched up to 4.9% in January 2021 compared with last year. So, first issue that bank will faces during this pandemic COVID-19 is these situations may impact bank cash flow since the corporate or individual facing difficulties in serving their loan due to economic slowdown. There have been a noticeable surge in loan and debt restructuring requests during this period, particularly from small-medium enterprise. Banks will need to rethink their approach to credit risk and credit scoring in order to adapt to the context of the current situations and provide unprecedented levels of liquidity to the market. In parallel, regulators will also need to relax some of the credit risk directively, at least in the short term. As people are not able to pay the loan, this then will lead to increase the repossessions of collateral assets such as the office buildings, house, and also vehicles. This becomes another problem to the banks as they may face increase in maintenance costs to store the collateral items. In conjunction to this matter, it will also give reductions to bank revenue. Corporate and individual are reluctant to take a new loan or financings due to uncertainty. Next is the second issue that bank will face is digital banking. Many customers who were reluctant to engage digitally with their banks, they have been forced to do it during quarantine. So as a result, banks have to triple their digital interactions with customers during this period. The main challenge now is to ensure that they can provide customers with all the basic services digitally, end-to-end, which was an unusual practice for many financial institutions during pre-COVID-19. Banks also will face a potential increase in cyber attacks and fraud attempts due to the growth of digital banking's interactions, which is worse due to less secure environments. Cyber and fraud is now well known as a main problem faced by the banking industry.
To reduce the pandemic's major economic effects, the Malaysia government via Central Bank of Malaysia (BNM) has instructed the banks to grant an automatic 6-month moratorium on loan or financing repayments to all loan borrowers. It will take effect starting from 1 April 2020 and is expected to help people have more cash in hand as well as improving their purchasing power. Banks should also consider making term and conditions for loan or financing more attractive by offering low interest rate. This will also help on more spending money in the consumer's pocket. Next, banks should consider a shorter loan processing period so their customers are able to have the money on their hands as soon as possible to help them do beneficial activities such as starting a business. For the next point, banks can decide on prolong the repayment period of the loan as that could help making their customer financial more flexible. Banks are also responsible in providing a very strong security to their online banking system by using multi-factor authentication and making a very stringent privacy policy, as we know that online banking are frequently used during lockdown as we are not able to go out to the physical ATM machine to do the transaction.
As a conclusion, both central bank and commercial bank play a serious role on this issue. Central bank managed to regulate the country financial institution activities to maintain economic stability and prosperity. Central bank also a keeper of international reserve and safeguarding the value of ringgit measure. So, to achieve economic objective, central bank do rely on qualitative and quantitative monetary policy tool.